Back to Dallas Cowboys Crosstalk.
Yeah, check this out.
Live from the Cowboys Club at the Star in Frisco.
At SWBC, customized solutions for individuals and businesses are just a click away. Visit SWBC.com to learn more and start your next adventure. Chris Arnold, along with three-time Super Bowl champion and Cowboys legend Nate Newton. We got Nicole Hutchinson from DallasCowboys.com and Alec Medford, my guy, from 105.3 The Fan. Tomorrow night, 7:05 kickoff at AT&T Stadium, where the Cowboys have won 13 consecutive home games. You got the Cowboys hosting the Seattle Seahawks, who for the last 2 years been surprising everybody because they traded away Russell Wilson, and then all they got is Geno. And next thing you know, they still keep winning. I need a scouting report. Who wants to go first with the scouting report? Shall we go with Alec, Nate, or you want to go with Nicole?
With the numbers, yeah. Let's go with the
All right,
numbers.
break it down for us, Alec.
So Seattle,
Nate's putting you on the spot.
Seattle's a very beat-up team. This is a
Yeah.
team that has lost a little bit of confidence because some of their key playmakers have not been around the team. The offensive line has been beaten and battered. They had to sign Jason Peters to the practice squad, elevate him. His first game up, he gets hurt. Kenneth Walker, he's a young budding star. He gets hurt. Might not play this week. We don't know yet. But one area that I look at the Seahawks, because offensively, I think they can hang with most teams in the NFC, if not all of them offensively. I look at their run defense. Their run defense has not been great, and they get this title of a really physical and gritty defense.
That's
which
their reputation.
They are. Under Pete Carroll, it's always been that way. It's always been the characterization. But this year, the run defense is just a little bit lacking, and this is a Cowboys offense that is starting to find their rhythm in the run game. Tony Pollard is starting to run into less loaded boxes, and he's putting up some really good numbers against those empty boxes. So I think that matchup is where you can beat them. Offensively, you just got to be on your P's and Q's, containing them offensively. The defense, I think they should hold their own. Seattle's numbers, they're nothing flashy, but Geno Smith is having almost as good of a year as he did last year. Not as many touchdowns, but other than that, he's still pretty consistent. You got to throw him off his game. If the pass rush can get home with 4, then that's when you got your best chance.
Nate, what concerns, or should we ask Nicole what she thinks about it?
Yeah.
Give us a cheat code, Nicole.
Yeah, her daddy was a running back in the NFL.
He's there trying to be funny. One thing that I've noticed is that Geno Smith's not as mobile as he was last year.
Okay.
And I'm saying that because
The comeback player of the year last year, by
comeback
the
player
way.
of the year, leader in completions last year, is not as mobile. And I'm saying that only because that offensive line is is struggling. It's struggling.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he's been sacked 13 times in the last 4 games, and he just can't. He doesn't have enough time to really make decisions. I think he's taken 2.91 seconds to even get rid of the ball. So that's something that stands out to me. It gives a chance for maybe D-Law, Dorrance Armstrong to have a big day, Jonathan Hankins, Osa,
Right.
That interior defense to go up and pressure the quarterback. And then as far as their secondary, Devon Witherspoon is someone who actually catches my eye because he's like a Deron Bland. He's good in pass coverage and can come up and make some stops on the run.
Right.
So that's the only thing that really catches my eye. But offensively, I don't think the Seahawks have anything that's, I guess, nerve-wracking. Kenneth Walker's questionable. So, yeah, I don't think this is a game that it's going to be a battle, but it's not something that the Cowboys can handle.
Okay, Nate, what worries you, what concerns you about the matchups in this game? What the Cowboy fans and Cowboy players
a
look
lot
out
of people
for?
talking about the Njigba kid.
Smith, yeah.
And they talk. The only guy that worries me is that little dude they got running around at wide receiver.
Tyler Lockett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's a little
Yeah.
older now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's still a big play monster.
Uh-huh.
And, Metcalf going to be Metcalf. Muscle him, try to fight with him.
Yeah.
I know more people like it. Boy, if I lose, he gone. He
Right.
can go deep real. I'll put hands on big fella. I would. I was. You know what I'm saying?
Right, something.
I would mix it in and out. Just to see what he working with.
Okay, Nate,
that dude run a 4.3 nothing.
Metcalf or Debo Samuel? Which one more dangerous?
Debo Samuels, because I think the coach know how to use him better than what their coach does.
Shanahan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I know what you say. It's the same element. It's the same monster.
Dude, yeah. But, man, I have never taken a picture of a pro player I think last year or 2 years ago they was here for a preseason game, right?
Uh-huh.
And me and Chris Bean was walking out on the field.
For Cowboys.com.
Yeah, and
Cowboys
I said,
TV.
man, look at this. Boy, this dude is built to be a defensive end. I said, that's a hell of a look. This dude is built.
He looked like a statue.
Yeah, and he said, there ain't no defensive end, Nate. That's DK Metcalf. I got my camera and sent that thing around the world. X had me that day. It was back 12, it was still 12.
Yeah.
I
He looked like a Roman gladiator.
I'm like,
he looked like a gladiator.
You know what, y'all? Let me tell y'all something. I'm glad he don't play for Kansas City.
Oh, because they'd be totally unstoppable.
Oh, my God. I'm glad he don't play for Kansas City, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I know exactly what you're saying.
Wow, man.
Well, he does play for the Seahawks, and that's who the Cowboys have.
I got to
tomorrow
lay
night.
hands on him, man. I call out a Baptist preacher and lay hands on him, baby. Yeah, man. The God knows what we got to do today.
Lord, what we got to do
today. That lead to preach a sermon or something.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the Seattle defense is a physical defense. The defense, we're talking about the offense earlier, but the defense. It's not the Legion of Boom. Dan Quinn created the Legion of Boom. Quinn, of course, is the Cowboys defensive coordinator now.
Right.
He knows Pete Carroll's offense. It's not the same offense it was when he was there and they were going to back-to-back Super Bowls and Russell Wilson was running it. But do you think he has the advantage over Pete Carroll, or Pete Carroll knows what's in Dan Quinn's mind and what this Cowboys defense, this takeaway defense might be doing?
Let me first correct you.
Okay.
They had a running back.
Oh, yeah, beast mode, Marshawn Lynch.
And Wilson found out real quick he's nothing without him.
Okay.
Okay? So they are trying to recapture that with this Walker kid.
Right.
But more to your question is the talent changes. So each coach does a little bit different. They know their basic philosophies.
Right.
And Pete's basic philosophy, if they can have a healthy Walker, they've been going back after back, trying to find this beast mode. They haven't found it because they can't stay healthy. So they know that if Pete Carroll, I don't think Pete Carroll to get down 10 points like the dummy Commanders just did and start passing the ball all over the place. I just believe that. You know? I believe they're going to hang in there. But that's a different story. We're talking about this game,
Yeah, so Nicole, do you think Dan Quinn has the advantage or Pete Carroll has the advantage since they both know each other very well?
I'm going to go Dan. Dan's obviously proved that he can, whether or not he has the advantage or not, he's going to outplay call anybody. And I think that the personnel that he has, as far as even Stephon Gilmore, Deron Bland, those guys up front, Micah Parsons. Yeah, I mean.
People forgetting on Micah.
Good luck. I mean, these guys are playing at an all-time high. I think Dan Quinn definitely has the advantage right now.
So let's follow that same line of thinking, Alec. Does Dan Quinn need a takeaway? Not necessarily a pick six, but like when they lost to Philadelphia, they didn't get any takeaways. They had 3 chances for fumble recoveries, but it always bounced back to the Eagles. Does Dan Quinn's defense have to have a takeaway to win this game against the Seattle Seahawks?
I'd say yes. I think this is, despite all the injuries, the trials and tribulations for that offense, that's still a good offense. That's still a good play caller out there in Seattle. It's still a really talented group. And the thing is, I think Dan Quinn does have that advantage because, like Nate said, the talent disparity is there because they have depth in terms of talent on that defense. The Seattle offense kind of is what it is on paper, those first 11 guys on the field. Like, you can triple team Micah Parsons. That means Dorrance Armstrong is rushing free. You can do this, that, and the other. DeMarcus Lawrence, eliminate him from a play. Just cut him out. You still have Jonathan Hankins up the middle. There's guys through this defensive line that can get home if you're going to try to eliminate one specific person. So I think that offense, you need to get a takeaway because I think you can.
Well, we're going to go around the table real quick before we get out of here. What's going to be the final score, and do the Cowboys have the ability to score a 40-burger on the Seattle defense? Let's start with you, Alec, and then give me your final score when you give me your thesis.
I think they have the ability to. I don't think they will.
Okay.
I think that Seattle's going to come out here with a sense of urgency after getting a little bit embarrassed Thanksgiving week, perhaps. So I think there's going to be a heightened sense of alert there. I think my final score for this game, I'm going to go 28-21 Cowboys. I think they're going to keep it close.
A close one. Nicole, what do you think?
What about running back?
He just messing with you.
Your dad was running back for the Bears.
I'm going to go with Cowboys 31, Seahawks 10. And I say that because the Cowboys have been outscoring their opponents at home
There you go.
by 162 points. And I don't think they're going to come in here and allow those guys to score more than 10 points in AT&T Stadium.
I got 2 scores. If they playing for pride and playing for their heart, and I'm talking about Seattle, it'll be like 14-10 Dallas. But if we get those two takeaways, man, we're going to beat the brakes off these people. That Seahawk they got, we're going to trap him in a cage and keep him here with us.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I like that as well. In fact, on my side of it, I'm thinking, okay, I think this is also going to be a high-scoring game for the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to score at least 31 points.
Right.
And I think the defense is going to help them. I don't know if the defense is going to have a scoop and score, or if they're going to have a pick six. I don't know what's going to happen like that, but I do know they're going to force a fumble or they're going to force a takeaway. I can also see Kevontae Turpin scoring a big touchdown, or even Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown. You know CD's going to get his touchdown.
Yeah.
Jake Ferguson, baby.
That's Ferguson, that's the tight end.
That's my man.
I mean, I think they have the great opportunity to get it done. So I see the Cowboys winning their 14th consecutive home game. You like the odds, Nate?
Yeah, I like what, man. Better get out of here, man.
Yeah, it's time to go. Alec, Nicole,
Green,
Nate,
running
thank y'all
back.
very, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
This has been Cowboys Crosstalk. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll talk to you again next week.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?